You're watching the 2025-26 SCAC Basketball Media Days. Today, we are joined by LeTourneau men's basketball under the direction of head coach James Wallace, joined today by junior Logan Brinkoeter. Coach Logan, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, ma'am. Thanks for having us.
Coach, certainly an exciting time. Lots of new joining a new league. So, welcome to the SCAC. Start of a new season, obviously, always an exciting time. But how exciting is it with not only the opportunity to get out and compete again, but now doing so in a new league?
Yeah, new is definitely the word for us this season. New league and definitely excited for that just to be a part of the SCAC. Ready to start off our inaugural season in the conference. And obviously we're familiar with a lot of the teams in the conference. We've traditionally played them in the non-conference schedule, and but now these games will have a lot more at stake when we're playing these games. But also just some of the first time traveling to some of these places. It'll be our first time up in Colorado late in the season. And then, I personally haven't been over to U Dallas to play, so it'll be a new gym there. So, yeah, really excited about the new league and ready to get started.
Well, Logan, from that player perspective, coming into a new league, kind of a blank slate. So, how motivating is that with the opportunity to come in and show what LeTourneau is all about?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think we're well prepared and ready coming into the season. I think we're ready to shake things up. I saw the rankings come out today, and that's a little extra motivation too. Just to go out and prove ourselves against teams that we've seen a few times, but haven't gone to fully compete against in a conference schedule. So I think with a lot of new faces on our team this year. And then some awesome returning guys. We're really prepared to come shake things up in the SCAC. So
Well, Coach, obviously we've said the word new a lot, so a pretty young group, but that obviously brings about opportunities for people to step up. You're going to be looking to replace some key scorers from a season ago, but how have you already seen some of these players beginning to step up here in the preseason?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you lose guys like, a Walker Blaine, a Cade Leavengood, and then a Deontay Jackson, who was an All-American last year and was an all-conference guy for, all 5 seasons that he was here, there's going to be some guys that have to step up, step into some new roles. And, you might look through that roster and be like, who's that? With a lot of teams in the conference. But, especially with us, we'll have some guys that are veteran guys, returning guys, but their roles have changed a lot for this upcoming season. And so, we've put a lot on their shoulders. They're going to have we got new voices in the gym, new leaders in the gym, and Logan being one of those guys that we need to step up. And we're constantly talking to them about the standards that we have as a program and how they're going to have to uphold those each and every day. And so far this preseason, we've seen some good things, and now we're just asking for consistency. Especially from the new guys, but even the veteran guys of, hey, this is on your shoulders now. You got to lead. And we've seen some good things so far.
Well, Logan, Coach mentioned you as one of those leaders now as an upperclassman. How have you seen yourself grow and develop into that role throughout your career?
yeah, I think there's been a lot there's been a big learning curve this year. I think especially with the new guys, and not really having that senior leadership voice that we've had in the past from guys like Walker or Cade. It's been a big learning curve for all of us. So we've been, upholding the standard as best we can. And, sometimes um, we don't do it to the best of our ability, but then we've had to learn and come back to that. So it's definitely been a process, but it's been really encouraging just to see the improvement overall, personally, but as well with the team in general, just seeing us come together as a brotherhood. So that's been really encouraging, and so going into the season, we're really looking forward to it.
Well, Coach, coming off of a trip to the ASC tournament semifinals last season, knowing that you have some new players in the mix, how do you kind of try to ride some of that momentum to give you a spark here in the preseason and use that as some motivation?
Yeah. Again, young team, got 8 freshmen on the roster, and but we do have a core of guys that were here last year. When we're a part of that, they were in that locker room. They had that feeling of being, in the semifinals, and getting close, right? And the agony of being close, but not making it to our goal, what we were trying to get to. And so that's kind of been the message and the tone that we've set, early in this season is that everything we do matters and it's all connected. And, we have to be, if we want to be successful, we have to do those winning things, on and off the floor. And we're going to instill that early. And, that's going to prepare us once we start getting into, SCAC games later in the season.
Logan, we talked about that trip to the semifinals. Having been one of those guys that was there and in the locker room, knowing what it takes, what are some of your expectations for the team this season?
Yeah, I mean, like Coach said, obviously we didn't reach what we wanted to last year. And so I think the mindset this year is, go win a conference championship as it should be every year. So that's really what we're looking to. So that's really, motivating for me because I grew up watching a lot of SCAC basketball with my mom coaching at Southwestern. So I've been around it. So I guess this year it's a little bit more personal for me. Like I get to go into a league I watched growing up. I get to encourage these guys to go win basketball games. So we're ready to come in and compete, and we're ready to win.
Well, as we wrap up, Coach, we want to give you the final word. What do you want fans to know about this program and specifically the group of student athletes you have representing LeTourneau?
Yeah, I think, we have a great group of young guys. And while they're going to be exciting to watch, they're also high character young men that, I feel like are deserving of support. And, we talked about the newness of this team and this roster. And so, some of those familiar faces are no longer, in the gym, but come get to know these new ones, right? That are stepping into these new roles, and they're going to be fun to watch. They're going to be exciting. But at the end of the day, they're going to be great young men, and doing the right things on and off the court. And I think that's deserving of people coming out to watch and support and cheer them on.
Well, Coach Logan, thanks for joining us today. Welcome to the SCAC and congratulations. Best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much.